It's Black Lounge Entertainment, and the time is right with T-Pre.
Grand Rising Loungers. I hope everybody is doing as great as I am today. Shout out to all of you who will always tune in, always catch the replay. For those of you who always check out Black Lounge, I truly appreciate you guys. And shout out to those who are in the clouds right now. I truly appreciate that. I know that sometimes YouTube is pretty slow about putting out those notifications, but yeah, I appreciate everybody who is here, and shout out to you guys. Listen, I'm not going to be very long this morning. I just thought it would be very important to talk about the definition of revenge porn, what that actually means, and what the laws are regarding that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put up the definition of revenge porn real quick. And shout out to Riz Lyricist. I appreciate you being in the building. Let me go ahead and put up the definition of revenge porn, because I want it to be very clear to the people what that means, what that entails, and what could possibly happen in regards to that. Okay. I don't want anybody to be confused about revenge porn and how that works. Okay. So revenge porn, by definition, is revealing sexually explicit images or videos of a person posted on the internet, typically. And I want to make sure that word is understood. Typically by a former sexual partner without the consent of the subject, and in order to cause them distress or embarrassment. Okay. Now, it's very important to remember the word typically. Okay. Because just because it is typically done by a sexual partner or a former sexual partner does not mean by law, especially depending on the state you live in, that it has to be done by a person that was a sexual partner. It could be anybody. Okay. And we're going to get into that very quickly to help everybody understand exactly what this means. And then we're going to apply some information on this to what we have seen in the sector lately. Okay. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Bear with me just a moment while I do that. And again, I appreciate everybody who is in the building. Make sure that you guys hit the like button on the way in. Also, make sure that you subscribe and that you share as well, okay? So we're going to go over state revenge porn laws, okay? And I want you guys just to get an understanding of how this works. And this is actually something that was just recently updated by an actual attorney, okay? Last updated on December 8th, 2022. So this is very recent information, okay? Now, it says, and we're just going to read this, and it's by Fine Law Staff, reviewed by Nicole Prebeck, Esquire. International distribution of non-consensual porn or revenge porn is a type of online harassment that occurs when an ex-partner or even a hacker posts sexually explicit images of a person online without their permission. It has been in the news in relation to several celebrities, including Jennifer Lawrence, Taylor Swift, and of course, the Kardashians. Whether we are talking about nude pictures or social media, or so-called celebrity sex tapes, the act of posting sexually explicit material online can be criminal. But what exactly is revenge porn? Does it mean that someone wants revenge on another person and posts pornographic material featuring that person? It doesn't always mean that. In fact, in many jurisdictions, a perpetrator doesn't even need to be exacting revenge on anyone. The distributor of the material need only intend to distribute the sexually explicit video or photograph with the intent to annoy or harass the victim without their consent. To be clear, revenge porn is a form of cyber sexual harassment. In some cases, it constitutes cyberbullying. It should be taken very seriously, particularly if minors are the subject of revenge porn. Penalties can be steep, and civil lawsuits may also arise from posting these non-consensual pornographic materials. Penalties can include injunctions, infringement notices, formal warnings, and or takedown notices. How many states have revenge porn laws? All states, excluding Massachusetts and South Carolina, have separate statutes that are specifically related to revenge porn. It's important to note, however, that a person may still be prosecuted for revenge porn under other statutes in those two states. In Massachusetts, for example, someone may be prosecuted for revenge porn under privacy laws. In South Carolina, by contrast, one may be prosecuted for the same offense under obscenity laws. In order to be guilty of this crime in most states, the distributor must be sending out pictures or a video that are considered sexual in nature. Such content, for example, shows the victim's intimate body parts. It might also show the victim engaging in sexual activity. Simply posting an unflattering picture of your ex in a bathing suit is not pornographic. However, if the picture features your ex's genitalia, it could likely be considered a crime to distribute such an image. Prohibited actions. Each state has its own laws related to revenge porn. However, most states define the crime of revenge porn as any person with the intent to harass or annoy another person who publishes or distributes electronic or printed photographs, pictures, or films that show the genitalia, anus, or female breasts of the other person or depicts that person engaged in sexual activity. State revenge porn laws as an overview. And this is below where it shows a list of, from state to state, how these are actually handled in each state. So we're going to go to the state of Delaware, and we're also going to go to the state of New York, which pertains to, or no, New Jersey. We'll do New York and New Jersey, which pertains to the people that are involved in this particular sector. Delaware law. This law pertains to privacy matters. Delaware Title Code 1335, Title 11. Posting a nude or sexually explicit photo or video of someone on the internet without their consent is prohibited under this statute. Violations are treated as a Class G felony if aggravating factors are present. Let's go ahead and go to the state of New Jersey, and then we're going to go to the state of New York, and then we'll go ahead and end the show. And shout out to all of you who are watching. Make sure that you guys hit that like button and make sure that you guys subscribe and also share the show as well. So we'll start with the state of New Jersey. New Jersey Code Section 2C-14-9. This statute prohibits making a non-consensual recording that reveals another person's intimate body parts or shows another person engaging in sexual activity without their consent. So keep in mind that if you are on YouTube and you are posting a photo on a video of a person in a sexual manner, and if you have not obtained their consent, this is punishable by law in the state of New Jersey. It is considered a felony, punishable by 3 to 5 years in prison and or a fine up to $15,000. Let's go ahead and look at the state of New York just for general purposes. New York Consolidated Laws of New York, Section 245-15. This law pertains to unlawful dissemination or publication of an intimate image. It also prohibits the publication of images or videos related to a person engaged in sexual activity without their consent. in the state of New York, which, by the way, neither one of the parties live in, okay, it is a Class A misdemeanor. So I just wanted to make it very clear how this works and how this is not a game, how I don't care what anyone will try to make you think, what anyone will try to get you to believe. At the end of the day, revenge porn is a crime that is punishable by law, and I am more than willing to go all the way to the extent that the law allows me if I find, again, that there has been revenge porn that has been put out in regards to me. Period. Anybody got any questions about it? You are more than welcome to ask. But this is what it is. I hope everybody has an awesome day, as I will. I appreciate all of you for being in the building. Good morning, the beautiful Bernice. I appreciate you. Shout out to you and grand rising to everyone that is in the clouds. Make sure everybody hits the like button on the way out. And guys, I will talk to you later. Peace, guys. And shout out to you for being here this morning.
Let's make a home.